Now, let's assess a potential bearish scalping idea. Something hyper-aggressive, perhaps open for 2-3 minutes. In the microcreek, there are also these purchases that don't pan out. Once again, purchases appear that don't prosper. Here, there's buying. Yes, buying, but it doesn't prosper either. Interesting. All right, look, in the end, buyers seem to back off, right? They're pushing this down, huh? They're going to push it down, huh? This is coming down. It's coming down. This particular one I believed, and in fact, it's well done to have believed it, right? Because it never really left, stayed, and the price it made, wow, down. Today, we're going to analyze a potential short trading opportunity for ILR. What we're going to do is essentially evaluate that idea. How are we going to do it? First of all, we need to understand the market context. Okay, here you're seeing the XRP chart on an hourly time frame. What do we observe here? What we're observing is that the price, let's zoom out a bit to make it clear. Okay, look, XRP is working this bullish channel. A bullish channel that, of course, brought a tricky bullish excursion that then came and confirmed. Now it pierces it again, comes back and confirms. It confirms and goes down. Basically, the macro structure is stating its case. It's saying, hey, here I am and I have my significance. That's what the XRP structure tells us. All right, considering this, let's go to a smaller time frame. We're on the 4-hour time frame. Here, we evaluate this trap, this macro trap. It comes, confirms the level. This is a wick. It doesn't exist. It comes, confirms the level. What do? They compress the price. After the compression, they give us a strong bearish impulse. A strong bearish impulse that now. Going to an hour. We see they went to seek after the bearish impulse. A correction, a somewhat strange rise towards the origin of the breakout. A level where we see a strong bearish reaction. So, considering that other cryptocurrencies haven't had such luck and have already moved up in their structures, in the case of XRP, it has respected the structure. An event that will give importance, or at least fixation. Why have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies pierced those levels, and XRP hasn't? For example, here we have the origin of the breakout. The creek comes, and instead of respecting the level like XRP does, Ethereum goes and pierces it. Here is where XRP is in its structure, right? That's why we give it importance. The optimal entry points, everyone knows them here, right? It would be this entering here, here, with pressure and downwards. Okay, let's go to a 15-minute frame. Now, let's evaluate a potential. Maybe not, we'll see during the live. A potential idea for bearish scalping, something hyper-aggressive, maybe open for 2-3 minutes so we understand what we're looking for. Here we have a micro compression of the structure. See how micro in a 15-minute frame. They compress us, break, and are now validating the origin of the macro validation. Well, the concept is understood, right? Yes. Matty Basht says it's understood. Great. Same for Roger, Matsin. I see that they do, right? Same for Gloria. Perfect, all right. We need to understand that. Okay, let's go to the order flow chart. We're looking at it on an hourly basis. All right, perfect. So now that we have the context, let me zoom out a bit, okay? We have the same structure on Hone, where the price comes and bam, validates the ore. What catches our attention in this or validation? Well, let's zoom in a bit, but well, it's clear from afar. What catches our attention is all this buy. Look at these aggressive purchases near the structure. They buy, and it seems like they won't. They buy, and it seems like they won't. And here we have that bearish reaction, the bearish impulse that brings a lot of delta, a lot of volume. And now let's see if these people, come on, we'll want to protect that micro creek passing through here right now. Let's see if we hurry, okay? Here we are seeing exactly the same thing on 15-minute frame. And this is the micro creek, right? Something super aggressive. Here we have the entire sale. Here is a fierce sale. Look at the delta. There's a fierce sale. We also see that in the micro creek, these purchases that don't prosper also appear. Again, purchases appear that don't prosper. Here there's buying. Yes, there's buying, but it doesn't prosper either. Interesting. We obviously see trapped longs. For the moment, it seems like that. That seems here. This is what we also needed to be seeing. This is a book map. We're seeing the market depth. What we're observing here is the pending orders that are about to enter the market to be executed. I was monitoring this level, right? At this level, honestly, I would have liked it to extend here. What caught my attention is the immense ask volume entering against the price level of 0.647. And honestly, for an entry, I expected it to go up a bit more against this barrier of people, supposedly investors who want to topple the market. What I was waiting for and expected to happen, but no, it hasn't happened, was to see the price precipitate aggressively. See how here a lot of ask volume enters? A lot of ask volume which would have been reflected down here as well. And that collision doesn't prosper. That moment would have been the sale. All right. It is true that they went to the perfect tick to look for it, and it's a millimetric selling zone scalping. It closes, right? Yes, but what the order book allows us in this case is to try to fine-tune, right? Say, okay, here is the structure. It's clear, but maybe you make a break, and I want to see how far you can take it. For me, this level is this level, and it's here where they've done it. That's why I expected that false break. Yeah, she said. Let's say here. Try to go up, perhaps up to this cluster here, see a lot of ask. A lot of absorption, and right there, place the order to do what I've mentioned. 1 or 2 minutes of scalping. No, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened, and it bothers me. It hasn't happened, and it bothers me because the movement has been made, but not in the way I was looking for, by a centimeter. But the movement is already there. What I wanted to do in this live was something different, right? I wanted to share with you a trade, right? A trade, okay, but it connected just when we were here, right? Going up, but no, I couldn't make it. Let's analyze the market in general, and then let's see if we can try to find another one. Let's try to find another one, and if you find this advanced technical analysis interesting, let me know in the comments. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so that YouTube notifies you of future posts. What we wanted was this, right? We wanted to find this. We wanted to find this point which hasn't extended, hasn't happened, to go down. Look. Now we would be close to closing it, because here we're seeing these orders careful, eh? These are pending orders that can cancel them at any time. They cancel them, therefore they don't absorb and keep falling. But in itself, it serves as a bit of a reference, right? Of how far the price could go. So now in this fall, we see that here are purchases, volume enters, and the price stops abruptly. They're fattening it up. It starts to rise, and we see that limit orders are also rising to try to push it. Here they try to block it, undo it, we're close. If we had taken the trade, which we haven't, we'd be very attentive to close it. Look, let's see if these purchases prosper. A lot of buying volume is being injected here. Here, be careful. It would be good if these purchases don't go anywhere and it keeps falling and we can wait for it lower. But if we see that these purchases start to push, that would be the closing moment. There would be no need to risk it. Look how they keep fattening it up. The sale begins, right? Do you see how the green bubble has become smaller? It's because the bid has entered. Okay. Bid is coming in because, in the end, they have made the bubble disappear. Okay, let's hold on for a few more seconds. Let this also serve as an exercise. We need to see if this buy can push or not, or if they're going to take it down. They are constantly placing limit orders here below. I don't know if you see it. They place them and disappear, place them and disappear. This is MIF15. You see, this was the heroic point. Trying to refine and find the optimal point, well, it's gone now. There's no more. Besides, I should have entered maybe about 3 minutes earlier because by the time I connect, blah, 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 it already started to move, so I won't try to connect earlier and try to anticipate more. Look, they're not pushing it. They can't. These buyers, if they are here, you see them. The buyers in order flow. There's a lot of volume here indicating significant volume. It's a fall that is being attempted to be stopped, but let's see if they can. In the end, what do we have here? A big trade. A trade, an operation by an investor or group of investors who have bet heavily on the rise here. Strong! Well, these people are making life impossible for the bears. Look, right? The bid. Do you see the bid? It's also reflected here. Nothing. Sincerely, it's done. In scalping, there's no need to suffer. This one is already closed and ready. It's done. Don't go here to fight for 4 ticks lower. So this would already be considered closed. It's done. There's no need to suffer so much, right? If things don't work out quickly. It doesn't matter if it falls hard later. We don't care. Look, purchases are coming in. Purchases are coming in. But look, it's already done. Here, hypothetically, in this simulated scenario, we are already out. It's done. We don't care anymore. All right, let's study what happened. And I tell you, the next time we do this, I came up with the idea the other day of connecting right at the moment of a trade. But of course, that also makes it difficult for me, to be honest, because having to speak, explain, and transmit while looking for something is not easy. It's not easy. You don't have all your senses exclusively focused on it, so I realized it's not so simple. I shouldn't try to connect earlier. But of course, we don't know. The problem with connecting earlier is like, okay, maybe I see here that it's already starting to rise and I connect, right? Because I'm waiting here, but maybe the price no longer offers us the setup. So that's why I waited to see that the setup was already ready. And with the order book, I was already monitoring it before. I was used to nobody, so I was already seeing this. We were approaching, but well, between connecting and other things, your mind is not where it should be. But no, we're going to do it. Matt Zinn says record a trade and then explain it live. It could be, but I prefer it to be live. I prefer it to be live, so you see it live. No, but it's a good idea, Matt, but I don't know, we'll see. But no, I'm attracted to doing it live because damn, I think that has a lot of strength. I mean, you might really like it, I interpret. But well, let's study a little what the idea was. Let's study what the idea was. All right, let's remember. Okay, we've explained, but let's remember the idea. All right. What were we seeing? Look, if this is pure and aggressive scalping, huh? A trade for 1 or 2 minutes where we look for a strong and clean movement. This movement is strong and clean. This drop is strong and clean. Boom, you close it, buy, it's done. 2 minutes in the market. Scalping, aggressive. All right, look, buyers at the end seem to hesitate, huh? They're pushing it down, huh? They're going to push it down, huh? But here, we don't have to touch anything, huh? Here, you don't want. Here, we don't need to sell, right? Selling is done at the top, anticipating. Now, we're just narrating, but this is coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. Okay, let's see. Let's remember this, right? Let's remember this. Okay, we have this. The daily. XRP on the daily. This is a channel. See if the structures are so important. Without this structure, this operative idea that we couldn't take wouldn't have existed. But look, right? For damn 3 centimeters, if the price doesn't rise more by 3 centimeters and bam, we get the perfect pixel of the perfect entry, right? I really like it, you know? Finding that point. In these, obviously, only scalping is done, right? Trying to find that sweet spot and bam, you close, done. You look for volatility in structural relevant levels. What was the idea here? First, the important thing is the price structure. It's the most important. Without the price structure, it doesn't matter if we go to these charts that look like NASA's. They won't serve us at all. So if we don't master structure, it's like giving a math book to, I don't know, a child too complicated. That child has to mature, grow, know about price structure. Then they will know how to take advantage of the rest. Do you see how it falls? And now we continue with the live recording. And if you find this advanced technical analysis interesting, let me know in the comments. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that YouTube notifies you of future publications. Why did I tell you this is falling? I haven't said it, it will keep falling. Well, we see the buys here. We were evaluating to see if these buys do anything or not. And what do we see next? Sell, 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 done. And what were we seeing here? How they were trying to deceive us, putting limit buy orders, lowering them for us. Done. These two events, understanding the macro context, that's why I told you, when I saw these 3 balls, this will continue. Of course, this very short movement in scalping is worth gold. You understand? That's why it's also been said, well, buy. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done! Here you don't want more. In the end, you see how they went to hit this level? Scalping is this, huh? Look, the first impulse here has its replica, which can be a failure. And you don't look for more. Don't look for more, basically, because of the price structure. Let's go down in time, and now I'll explain everything again. Let's go to a 15-minute frame. Alright, there it is. Okay, what were we evaluating? Let's go to Me5. Alright, we were evaluating this entry point that may be where this break happened, and because you said, well, better leave it now because if you're trying and it keeps going down, in the end, it keeps going down because it's the end. You're looking for the best position market in case it had entered. You, as a good disciplined trader who wants to secure gains, what do? Well, you don't know if it's going to break the flat pattern. You do scalping. You close here. A percentage. So you're not interested in this anymore because you're scalping. You want to make quick moves, fast, close, and now there was no need to open the chart, right? But for sure, here we can find some structure that wants to save the party. I don't know, right? I'm inventing it now. All right, for example, just to say something, huh? But it wasn't necessary to take it out. It's like you already know there's going to be something. There's going to be something that for an immediate, quick scalping, you don't want to be holding a long position quick. You're looking for the perfect pixel. You don't want it. It's another story. Okay? Let's explain the issue then. Let's explain the search for the operation, and you tell me in the end if you find this format interesting or not. If you find it interesting, well, we'll bring this. And if not, well, no. It depends on you. What I was saying, the importance of the bullish channel, the importance of the structures, of knowing how to set structures, right? Here we had identified this bullish macro structure. All this is a trap. Comes, validates, confirms. Zooming in here, let's see the following. Zooming in here, at first, it seemed right, that it all breaks. It seems lost, but what does it do? Does it come and validate? And in validation, what does it do? It pierces this structure with force. Are you telling me that you've gone outside a structure that you've validated it? And besides, you're forcefully breaking the compression in front of me, and you're validating a hotspot right now. Sorry, invite me to the party. If you don't invite me, I'll find it myself. And what did we go to see this for? How did I connect? Saying, look at the buys, how they try to buy in the microstructure, how they try to buy. Too bad there hasn't been a little more. This would have been ideal. We catch it here, boom, and movement. Do you see how you have to liquidate quickly quickly. It was seeing these three bubbles, okay? For him, now will fall. Yes, but look, boom, turn around. But well, that's why it's already closed here, right? Where I put the cross. No matter how much this falls, it's the same. So, you've already made the hypothetical scalp. All right, so you find yourself at this point. This structure I've drawn here, is it understood well, or should I explain it again? I don't mind, right? If someone didn't understand it, the matter of giving importance to structures, to their interpretation, and then when are we going to war? At what specific moment? You say yes, you've understood. Perfect. If someone hasn't, don't be afraid and say it. I'm happy to repeat it. All right, now yeah, let's do more connections like this, huh? At least I like it. Okay, we're on the daily. Let's go to 4 hours. In 4 hours, it was said, right? The macro trap comes with a signature. With a signature, they compress us, break strongly, and come to the magical place, to the ore. Okay, let's see this expanded breakout, origin. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's go to 1 hour, and here it is. In 1 hour, here it is. Let's go to a 15-minute frame. We already know where we are, right? We are here in 15-minute frame. What do we see? That already going to a macro structure, within a micro, within a super micro structure, which is where we are now. What do we see? A new compression against a relevant level. Basically what we always do. What do we see here? The same. The market is fractal. They always do the same. They pierce. What do? Go to the ore. They did it once. We weren't connected to the market at that time. Comes. It precipitates again to the ore. Here they have given us the opportunity. Right here. At this point. All right. Of course, by structure, you can sell there. You don't need to go to these softwares that seem like NASA to really open. If I hadn't opened the program, here you already sell, and that's it. Why did we open the program? Because I wanted to find the optimal point and share it with you, basically. Because I wanted to look for excellence in front of you. Well, it's done, but you don't need to look for that. I really explain. There's no need, but, well, it helps me. It entertains me. Call it what you want. All right, then. When we were seeing this rise before starting the live, I said, okay, I want to see what's happening in the auction. How is this being auctioned? We've gone to a 1 hour time frame initially, so it's clear for you to understand, for you to grasp. This goes through here. What were we looking at here? Well, purchases that don't succeed. Sales on structure, purchases. And how much does a purchase cost so much that it drills down? Then this opportunity comes. We didn't have it low. It comes now. This is where we've been opening, and here's what we were seeing. Purchase on the structure that doesn't succeed, goes down, comes, and here it began to have purchases. I say, damn, if these purchases don't succeed, we have to bet on it. Look at the cluster. What a shame. But well, it's just a little, man. It's just a little, very little. We had to go for it, right? We had to go for it without further ado, simply because of the structure, period. See if the structure commands and is important, huh? But as we know, sometimes in structures, they break conventionally to seek liquidity. I wanted to go find that liquidity for the powerful movement, powerful scalping movement. All right, we see these purchases. Let's go to a 15-minute frame. This is the same, exactly the same. We see purchases coming on the structure that don't succeed. They come, and we see these purchases that don't succeed. They come. Purchases push the price. Purchases come, and it seems like it's not going anywhere. This is the moment. This is the moment when the bearish idea was starting to be considered. Okay, what were we doing in the order book? Let's remember what the order book is. No, it needs explaining. What is the order book? Look, in order flow, what are we seeing? We are seeing the orders that have gone to the market. Basically, we are seeing the order book. There is a book for each asset where at each price level, the volume of ask and bid is recorded. In the end, whoever exerts greater force will make the price jump up. In the case that buyers win, to ask, hey, I have this buying capacity in the market. You seller, what do you have? Do you have more? Do you have less? Do you have less? All right, I'll absorb you. You seller. What about you? Same. Come on. In the end, it's a battle of supply and demand. Right. And whoever has more strength at the central point will make it move up or down. That's how the price moves. I don't know if it's understood, but that's how the price moves. So, I want to see how all this has been auctioned. As we can see these examples you're seeing. Here, there have been purchases that have been absorbed. This gives us information. It gives me a lot of information. We see that these purchases, thanks to seeing the order book, are orders that have gone to the market, orders that exist, that are there, objective, that have basically happened. And this is what gives us information. In this case, the order flow chart. If you find this advanced technical analysis interesting, let me know in the comments. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell for future notifications.
Publicaciones.
So, what does the book map do? What it does is, in the market, there are two types of operations. Simplifying it a lot, there are two types of operations, right? Those that go to the market, active orders when you click to buy, now buy market, or when you click to sell at the market. That's an active purchase. You click and the order automatically goes to the market. And then there are passive orders, which are limit orders, stop orders. Those orders that you program to be executed in the future if the price reaches a certain predetermined level. If in the case of this conditional, it occurs, then the order is executed. They are passive orders waiting to be executed. So, what these tools allow us to do is evaluate. Well, it's being able to see where those passive orders are. This is real information, objective information. This type of heat map should not be confused with the liquidation map, which visually looks similar but is different. The liquidation map uses an algorithm, pure speculation. It speculates on at which price level traders will be liquidated. That's one thing. Another thing is what I'm talking about now on the screen, which shows us with real volume data. This is real, not speculation. It tells us where the pending passive orders to be executed are, both those going long and those going short. Which ones are going long? Those below. The price falls, activates, and the order. And if the price rises, the ones above are activated, and that's it. Basically, this is it. But these passive orders, you should know that smart money plays with the mentality of retail investors. What do I mean? You see a very strong level. You see a very, very strong level. And of course you say, hey, that very strong level, I make it up at the price level of 0.63. It's such a strong level that, of course, it will bounce there and go up. In this case, it did, right? But it's anecdotal. I'm looking for a simple explanation. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that because high-frequency algorithms exist that place the orders where they want so that you, as a retail trader, see it here on any platform that you choose. That typical histogram that people share on Twitter and give it a lot of importance, saying, hey, here are many passive orders, so something is going to happen. Error. Big mistake. Since smart money uses all this, manipulates passive orders for its own objective. For example, here we are going to see this, stepping here. What this stepping is doing is making it look like there is a lot of selling attempt in the trading platforms in the order book. Well, in this case, they did it to push the price down so that psychologically it pushes down. Question, have these orders been executed? No, because the price hasn't touched it. It hasn't been executed. This is a good example of smart money manipulation regarding pending orders. Reading these tools is an entire world. It's a very, very deep world. In fact, I've never brought this to the YouTube channel or Crypto Insight because I wanted to look for a trade, but it's not something I planned. Maybe if I look for more positions with you, I'll bring it, I suppose. But it's not necessary, right? Like, order flow isn't necessary. In the end, we define structural zones like this, right? And what is said? Well, an operative idea would be to sell here. Do you need order flow, the order book here? No, you don't need it. It's a desire to complicate life, but I like it. I like to use it. I really like the trading world. You already know that, but well, that's it. What were we expecting? Just to finish, what were we expecting here, basically? The price, many times, smart money uses. It's not always possible to believe the pending orders that we have drawn on the platforms, right? But there are some specific cases that you can. For example, this one. I believe this one in particular. And in fact, it was good to believe it, right? Because it really never went and stayed. And the price did what? Boom. Down. What was I expecting? That it would hit, that it would go here, that purchases would appear, absorb them. Bang, head first. It didn't happen. But I was already believing this, of course. That's why I was looking for the trade. But why did I believe it? Not because I opened this and said, come on, I believe it. No, that's not how it works. Why did I believe it? Well, because I was seeing these buyers here. I was seeing these buyers here who were doing little, very little. Therefore, I believe that here there are passive orders from smart money to lower the price. I can come to believe it. But why first? Because of the structure. Because we say that we have broken a relevant level, that we have gone to look for the ore. We know perfectly that about the origin of the breakout. They usually compress us before drilling. When they drill, what do? They work flat pat. We are in the middle of the process. About the flat, what have they done? Go find the origin of the breakout. Origin over origin, and I shoot for the same reason. Do I explain myself or not? In the end, for that reason, I believe this. It's not because I open this and know what to believe and what not. No, man, you have to go to more information. And everything comes from the structure.